She said, "It's not cheating if it's with a woman." I looked at her and said, "Interesting rule." Then I showed her the vacation photos of me and her brother in Europe. Suddenly, the rules weren't so clear to her anymore. I, 28 male, am currently packing up the last of my stuff while my now ex-girlfriend has a complete meltdown in the parking lot. But let me rewind to last week. Been with Tessa, 26, for 3 years, living together for 1. She works in pharmaceutical sales. I'm a graphic designer. Thought we were solid. Talked about marriage, kids, the whole future package. Last Tuesday she went to her monthly book club. She'd been going for about 6 months. Always came back a little wine-drunk and giggly. I thought it was cute she had her own thing. Except this time, she forgot her phone at home. It kept buzzing on the kitchen counter. I wasn't snooping. The screen was lighting up with notifications. But when I saw "Can't wait to taste you again tonight" from someone named Reese, I felt my stomach drop. I picked up the phone. Her Face ID didn't work, obviously, but I knew her passcode. She'd given it to me months ago for emergencies. The messages with Reese were explicit, very explicit. Photos I definitely hadn't taken. Videos from angles that made it clear this wasn't just friendly. Going back 4 months. Book club was not about books. I sat there staring at conversations about how electric their connection was, how Tessa had never felt this way with anyone, how she was finally exploring her true self. Then I found the group chat. Book club babes. Except every message was about their girlfriends, their hookups, their awakenings. My girlfriend was having a full-blown affair, and her friends were cheerleading it. I screenshotted everything, sent it to my email, put her phone back exactly where it was. When she came home, glowing and slightly tipsy, I was sitting on the couch. "Hey babe, sorry I'm late. We got really into discussing the themes. What book was it again?" "Oh, that new thriller everyone's talking about." Me. "Cool. How was Reese?" Her face did this micro-expression thing. Panic, calculation, fake confusion. Who? "Oh, there's no Reese in book club." Interesting, because Reese seems really into the themes too, especially the tasting notes. I showed her my phone with the screenshots. The color drained from her face. Then came the tears. Then came the anger. Then came the excuse I'll never forget. "Tessa, it's not cheating if it's with a woman." "What, Tessa? I'm exploring my sexuality. This is different. It's not like I'm with another man. It doesn't count." "It doesn't count? No, girl-on-girl stuff isn't cheating. Every guy knows that. You should be happy I'm discovering myself." "Happy?" "Yes, most guys would think it's hot. You're being so closed-minded right now. It's just experimentation." I stared at her. This woman really thought she'd found a loophole in monogamy. "So your rule is same-sex doesn't count as cheating?" "Exactly. See, you get it. I knew you'd understand once you thought about it logically." Interesting rule. Very interesting. Something in my tone made her suspicious. "Tessa, why are you saying it like that?" "No reason. Just processing your rules." She spent the next hour explaining how this was actually good for our relationship, how it made her more confident, how it had nothing to do with her feelings for me. I just nodded along, thinking about the photos sitting in my phone. See, 2 months ago, her brother Leo and I went to Europe. Just a guy's trip. We'd become close friends over the years. 5 days in Amsterdam and Prague. Tessa couldn't come because of work. What Tessa didn't know was that Leo had come out to me on that trip. After many beers in Prague, he'd confessed he was bi, but terrified to tell his family. I was the first person he'd told. What Tessa also didn't know was that Leo and I had connected. Really connected. Nothing physical happened. I wouldn't do that while in a relationship. But there were moments, conversations, attention we both acknowledged but didn't act on because I was with his sister. But now there were new rules. Interesting rules. I texted Leo that night. "Hey man, need to talk to you about something. Your sister just informed me that same-sex experimentation doesn't count as cheating in our relationship. Thought you should know the new parameters." His response, "Wait, what?" We had a long conversation. I sent him the screenshots of her messages with Reese. He was furious, not about the sexuality part, but about the cheating and the bizarre logic. "Leo, so she's really saying it doesn't count because it's with a woman?" That's her official position. "And you're telling me this because I'm about to be single." And I remembered Prague. "Adrian, I'm not suggesting anything, just informing you of the situation. 2 days later, after Tessa had gone to work, acting like everything was normal, I pulled up those Europe photos. The ones where Leo and I were at dinner, looking very cozy. The one where we were laughing on the Charles Bridge at sunset. The selfie from that wine bar where we're definitely sitting closer than typical bros. I made a little album. Added captions, amazing dinner in Amsterdam, perfect sunset in Prague, with this one. When you find someone who gets you. I waited until she was at her next book club meeting. Then I posted them on Instagram. Tagged Leo, made sure her friends would see them. My phone exploded within minutes. Update 1. The fallout was immediate and spectacular. Tessa came home from book club, aka Reese's apartment, to find me calmly packing boxes in the living room. Tessa, what the hell are those photos? Which ones? The Europe pics? Just sharing memories from an amazing trip. You and Leo look like a couple. So, it's not cheating if it's with the same gender, remember? Your rules. Her face went through so many emotions, I thought she might short-circuit. That's different. Me how? He's my brother. And, you said same-sex doesn't count. Leo's a man. I'm a man. According to your logic, this is just experimentation. You didn't even do anything with him. How do you know? Because Leo isn't even gay. Bi, actually. He came out to me in Prague. Surprised he didn't tell you. Oh wait, he was probably worried about your reaction. She called Leo immediately. He didn't answer. She called again, and again. On the 5th call he picked up. I could only hear her side. Did you hook up with my boyfriend? What do you mean, which one? In Prague? I don't care if you're bi. Did you touch him? What do you mean it wouldn't matter according to my rules? She hung up and turned on me, shaking with rage. Tessa, you planned this. Me, planned what? I went on a trip with your brother 2 months ago. You just told me yesterday that same-sex stuff doesn't count. How could I plan around rules you just made up? This is revenge. For what? You said you weren't cheating. What would I need revenge for? The logical pretzel was beautiful to watch. That night, she tried to kick me out. Problem. I'm on the lease. She's not. She moved in with me. I pointed this out. Where am I supposed to go? Reese's place? Your book club seems very accommodating. She stormed out. Came back an hour later because apparently Reese wasn't ready for that level of commitment. Shocking. Thursday morning, she woke up to find I'd separated everything. My dishes in one cabinet, hers in another. My food on one side of the fridge, hers on the other. 2 separate everything. Tessa, what are you doing? Me, preparing for the transition. You'll need to move out by end of month. You can't just throw me out. I'm giving you 30 days. That's more than legally required for someone not on the lease. Tessa, we need to talk about this. About what? You're in a relationship with Reese. I'm exploring things with Leo. Everyone's happy, right? She lost it. Full screaming meltdown about how I was weaponizing her sexuality and manipulating the situation. I'm literally following your rules. Same sex doesn't count, remember? That's when the entitlement went nuclear. She called her parents. Told them I was kicking her out for discovering her true self. Left out the cheating part. Her mom called me crying about how I was abandoning her daughter during a crucial time of self-discovery. I sent her mom the screenshots of Tessa's messages with Reese. The crying stopped. The call ended with, I'll talk to her. But Tessa wasn't done. Friday, she came home with printouts from legal websites. Tessa, I have tenant rights. You can't evict me without proper notice. Me, you're not a tenant. You're a guest who's overstayed their welcome. I've been here a year. I get mail here. What mail? Everything's in my name. You insisted on it, remember? Said you didn't want to be tied down by bureaucracy. She tried another angle. If you evict me, I'll tell everyone you turned my brother gay. First, that's not how sexuality works. Second, he came out before anything happened. Third, nothing physical has happened. Fourth, you really want to be the person who outs their own brother? She deflated, then reinflated with new audacity. Tessa, fine, but I want compensation. Me, for what? Emotional distress, moving costs, the discrimination I'm facing. Me, you cheated on me for 4 months. It wasn't cheating. The neighbors definitely heard that one. Saturday brought peak entitlement. She presented me with an itemized list of things she wanted. 3 months rent for a new place, $45. Emotional support transition fund, $2,000. Half the value of furniture we bought. I bought everything. A written apology for outing her journey. Leo to stop talking to me. The Europe photos deleted. A statement that nothing happened with Leo. I looked at the list. Looked at her, looked back at the list. Me, no. Tessa, then I'm not leaving. Okay. I went to my room, locked the door, and called Leo. Me, wanna grab dinner tomorrow? Are you sure that's a good idea? She says same-sex doesn't count. Might as well explore what that means. Adrian, I don't want to be revenge. You're not. I've wanted to explore this since Prague. Now I can, according to her rules. We went to dinner Sunday. Nice place. Posted a photo of our meals with trying new things as the caption. Tessa was waiting when I got home. How dare you? How dare I what? Have dinner? With Leo, your rules, Tessa. Your rules. She threw a wine glass. It shattered against the wall. I took a photo of it. That's destruction of property. This is now documented. Final update. The last week has been a masterclass in entitled person self-destruction. After the wine glass incident, I installed a camera in the living room, legal in my own home. Told Tessa it was there for security purposes. She tried to cover it. I uncovered it. This went on for 2 days. Monday, she brought Reese over. Power move, she thought. They sat on my couch, making out aggressively while staring at the camera, like they were proving a point. I was in my room working. Didn't care. But I did text Leo the security footage with, "Your sister seems happy with her choices." Leo responded, "That's literally the couch we picked out together last year. Classy." Tuesday, Tessa tried the nuclear option. She group texted our entire friend circle. "Adrian is having an affair with my brother because he can't handle that. I'm exploring my sexuality with women. He's trying to punish me for being bi. This is biphobia and I need your support." The responses were not what she expected. Friend 1, "Didn't you cheat on him for 4 months?" Friend 2, "Wait, you said it wasn't cheating because it was with a woman?" Friend 3, "So is Adrian also not cheating then?" Friend 4, "I'm confused about the rules here." She tried to clarify in a lengthy follow-up that made things worse. It's different when men do it. Adrian is only doing this for revenge. When I was with Reese, it was about discovery. He's weaponizing my brother's sexuality. Friend 3, "But you weaponized your own sexuality to justify cheating?" Friend 5, "Team Adrian Tabah." Friend 2, "These mental gymnastics are Olympic level." Her best friend Natalie finally chimed in. "Tessa, honey, you can't have different rules for yourself. That's not how it works." The group chat went silent after that. Wednesday, Leo came over to help me pack Tessa's stuff. She walked in to find us carefully wrapping her things, laughing about something. "Tessa, you're really rubbing this in my face? I'm helping my friend move your stuff. You're the one who made this weird. I'm your sister. And you've made it very clear that gender-based exclusions are important to you." She turned to me. "How much is he paying you?" Me, "For what?" "To pretend to be interested in him. This is all fake." "Actually, we haven't even kissed yet. We're taking things slow, building on our friendship first." Tessa.exe stopped working. Thursday was eviction day. She hadn't found a place yet because, surprise, most landlords want proof of income and references. Reese's place was too small. Translation, Reese didn't want her moving in. Her parents arrived with a U-Haul. Her dad looked exhausted. Her mom wouldn't make eye contact with me. As they loaded boxes, Tessa made one last play. "Tessa, I'll tell everyone you're gay." Me, "I'm bi actually, have been for years, just never acted on it while in a monogamous relationship, unlike some people." "This will ruin your reputation." "With who? Our friends already know. My family is cool, my work doesn't care, it's 2024. Her dad finally spoke. "Tessa, get in the truck." "But Daddy, You cheated, you made up rules to justify it, he followed your rules, now get in the truck." The last thing she yelled as they drove away, "This isn't over." It was, in fact. The aftermath. Tessa living with her parents, posting vague quotes about betrayal on Instagram. Reese distanced herself once Tessa wasn't a secret anymore. Apparently, the thrill was gone when it became real. The book club disbanded after I shared the screenshots with all their partners. Turns out Tessa wasn't the only one using literary discussions as cover. 3 breakups resulted. They tried to blame me. Their partners thanked me. Leo and I are taking things slow. We went on a few dates, but honestly, we're better as friends. The Prague connection was real, but turned out to be more about emotional support than romance. We laugh about how we accidentally gave Tessa exactly what she deserved, though. I kept the apartment, got a cat, started therapy to unpack why I stayed with someone who could justify cheating so easily. Therapist says I handled it better than most, though she doesn't recommend the malicious compliance approach for everyone. Last week, got a text from an unknown number. "Hey, this is Reese. I wanted to apologize for my part in everything. Tessa told me you guys were open. I didn't know she was lying until I saw the group chat. I'm sorry. I didn't respond. Not my circus anymore." Tessa tried one more time last month, sent a long email about how she's grown from the experience, and ready to have an honest conversation about boundaries. I forwarded it to Leo with his response: "Block her. Also, wanna grab lunch? My new boyfriend wants to meet you." Life's good now. Turns out when someone shows you who they are, someone who'll twist logic into pretzels to avoid accountability, believe them. And sometimes the best response isn't anger or revenge. It's just applying their own rules consistently. She wanted different rules for different genders. She got them, just not the way she expected. P.S. Yes, I kept the screenshots. Yes, I check her Instagram sometimes. She's currently dating a man who has no drama in his bio. The irony is delicious.